Let's bring in Bill O'Reilly for his take on this for my weekly dose of perspective. Good to see you, big man.
Is it really, Cuomo? Is it really good to see me? Because I'm going to shred you in about 2 minutes. So is it really good to see me?
I'm surprised it'll take you that long.
Okay.
But it's still good to see you. Maybe not to hear you. Go ahead.
Lori Lightfoot lost because she's incompetent. There's nothing to do with her color. They elected her in Chicago in 2019 with almost 80% of the vote. So the Democratic machine controls Chicago. Lori Lightfoot, I think she's black and a woman now. She was then, so that's all bull. And she is not admitting her incompetence. So the year after she took over in Chicago, a combination murders and shooting, 3,000, approximately. All right? The 3 years after, 12,000. 12,000 people either murdered or shot in Chicago, wounded. That's incompetence. She can't protect the people, doesn't care about protecting the people. Her with the DA, Kim Foxx, they don't want to prosecute criminals of color because most of the murders and shootings are being done by black drug gangs. Everybody knows that. It's documented. By the way, the police chief quit today, right after Lightfoot lost, because he knows he's going to get shredded. Lightfoot got 17% of the vote. I could have gotten more, not you, but if I had run for mayor, I could have gotten more than 17%.
No way.
All right, now,
not you.
Flash forward.
Not likable.
There's enough Cubs fans that I would have gotten 18%.
Go ahead.
Now flash forward to Eric Adams. So Eric Adams is in a dilemma. New York State is run by a corrupt Democratic machine. And you, above all people, should know that. You don't have to comment on it. But all of us who live in this state know this is a corrupt state, as is Illinois. It's almost the same thing. Adams is getting hammered because of the violence in New York City, in the subways, above ground, same people doing it. The drug gangs, minority drug gangs. Here in New York, we have Hispanic drug gangs in addition to black drug gangs, so it's really intense. So Adams, a former police officer himself, knows that he has to do something, but Hochul, the governor, and the legislature in Albany have this insane no-bail law that they are not going to revoke. So Adams is handcuffed, pardon the pun. So now he's going out to people of faith, not religion. There is a difference between faith and religion. The Constitution says the government cannot impose a religion, a certain religion. But the government has nothing to do with American citizens when it comes to faith. You are free to believe what you want to believe. And if you want to try to convince someone else to believe the same thing, you're allowed to do that under the First Amendment. It is the imposition of religion. It goes back to taxation and the Constitutional Convention. So Adams is walking this tightrope, and he's appealing to the people of New York, saying these younger people have no faith, no morality, not grounded in any right and wrong, and they're wreaking havoc on our citizenry. That was his message, that you have to have some kind of moral ground of right and wrong, and in a lot of precincts, that doesn't exist here in New York City. That was what he did.
He did more than that. One, just for the record, no, I do not believe New York is run by a corrupt Democratic machine. It is Democrat-dominate with registration and with representation and with money and with structure. But, you know, to the success goes the spoils. So you see it with Republican states as well. But put it to the side because it's irrelevant.
Can I jump in just for 1 minute so people understand? Because they aren't New Yorkers. The federal government had to come in and tell the New York Democratic Party, you can't gerrymander districts so the other party doesn't have a chance.
They say that to state parties
all
all over the country.
That.
Listen, hold
Doesn't
on.
matter.
First of
I'm
all,
talking about New York.
Save
New
the
York
high
is
dudgeon,
corrupt.
okay? It happens in states all over the country because the party
It's
system is
whataboutism
poison.
again,
And
Cuomo.
no,
You're
no.
dodging the New
Let's just
York
listen to me for
thing,
a
and
second.
you're whatabouting again.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.